Hello everyone, welcome to Stonehearth and the massive update for A's. This one includes a lot of nice new features, fixes, and a lot of good stuff, which we are going to discover, and we're also going to be able to kind of make a little bit of a theme for an winter town, because we have some presents, which include some Frost Feast presents. So that's going to be exciting. So we are making a new game, which means that you guys will be once again be able to give name suggestions for Hearthlings to join us. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to get an Hearthling in the game named after you. And today I do think we're going to be playing with the Ascendancy. We're going back to them, and it's going to be pretty fun to decorate with them, make some nice houses. And we are going to be playing in the temperate biome, with forests, rivers, mountains, the default home of the Ascendancy. And we will also be playing on normal mode, which means we will have a little bit of a challenge, but not too tough like the hard mode. So we can focus a little bit more on like decorating, making our town look beautiful. So some new stuff I want to show you guys is that with the new Ace update, they have added a feature which allows you to save your layout of Hearthlings. So if I would name one, for example, Banto, I go inside of here, I will save this one as whatever name I want to have. We're just going to leave it like this for now, Expedition 631. I wonder if that is how many expedition I actually made in this game, because that's a pretty insane amount, right? But what we do would be to save that one, and if I re-roll this, I should be able to go back, load this one, where you can see the stats of your people, the traits of your people, and the names of your people, and I can select that one, load it in like that. Really useful. So if you're gonna be playing a game, and maybe when you get into the game you aren't happy with the map you got, you can save this layout so you don't have to recreate this, and maybe you will always play with kind of the same crew, and you still have the Re-Embark options if you have Re-Embarked in the game, where you can bring people with you. So these are some people I brought with me in the past from some YouTube series, and I think maybe also on Twitch as well. So I'm actually going to be having myself in this crew. So Banto is going to be the first one, and we're going to unlock the attribute and trait restrictions. And by the way, if you wonder which mods we're using, you can find all the mods in the description of the video, so you can go and download them from the Steam Workshop. So I'm going to be changing a few things. I can have an animal companion. Ever since Banto saved the squirrel beans from mortal danger, they have been inseparable. So what do I want to have? Since I have the option to set what I want to have, I'm gonna go for a magnificent bed. I don't have that in real life, but what you don't have in real life, maybe you can have in game, right? And the hairstyle, I'm gonna go a little bit of floof like Banto in real life, so let's go with that one. That's gonna be good. Skin color, a little bit brighter, that should be good. I do have some dark hair, so that will be good. And I'm gonna be our Lord and Savior, Mr. Banto, gonna give me a lot of strength, very nice body, right? And 4/4, that's pretty good. So, what more people do we need? This is gonna be our Lord, so let's add an trait here, passionate, to be a Lord. Banto always dreamed of becoming a Lord, maybe they will get chances. Hopefully he will. So, then we need to have a carpenter. We do wanna have a pretty good high spirit and also mind. Body free is fine, we can do whatever we want to do, but I also don't want to feel like I'm cheating too much. So 5/4/5, maybe lower that one to freedom body. And this one's gonna have an passion to be an carpenter. So if you want to get this mod, by the way, this one's called Biome, which allows you to customize your Hearthling when you're starting out a lot more. And okay, we have Nordling Kingdom. He's gonna be my cook. So he's gonna be having a passion to be a cook. And we can keep those free, I guess, and we're gonna increase the mind a little bit like that. The good thing about having a high spirit, what that means is for a crafter that they're highly likely to be able to craft higher quality items more often, more frequently. It's also good for a healer to have a good spirit, but for crafters in general, I would recommend to have a pretty good spirit. And I want to have a really good cleric or herbalist, so I want to go with like kind of high mind, body. We don't have to have that much, we can go 4/4/6, that's pretty good. and can keep pack mule and want to have a passion to be an herbalist. There we go, there we go. And perhaps another one, why not? Bohemian, it's no secret how much... Oh, maybe wait, let's wait. Let's go for green thumb actually. Luke and Preston seem to have a way with plants that is somewhat indescribable. If he's gonna be an herbalist, I feel like that would be really nice, right? And then we're gonna need some more people, and Emilia, she might be an worker from the beginning. She's charismatic, so when she walked into the room, people will take notice. Let's give her something else as well. Maybe she loves dairy. Yeah, let's go that. And we do have a herbalist, a cook, a carpenter, a lord, and perhaps we could have to be a shepherd. That could be pretty cool. Shepherds are a lot more interesting now, by the way. We will be able to have a lot more small animals than we could in the past. You can easily have like 10 chickens instead of just 4, so it's a big difference. But guys, if you have name suggestions for our people down here, Ward, Loken, Noel and Emilia, let me know in the comments. And like I said, what we can do here is to save this squad. So we're gonna do something like that. That should be good. So we're gonna save this one. Frost Feast 2020, there we go. And now we should be able to load it if we want to have it. Didn't change the name for some reason, but that is fine. So the loadout, let's see which one should we go for. Food for days, that's a good because we start with a farmer tool, but at the same time it's really easy to do. I would say that I might actually start with an merchant caravan, because that means we can have a trapper early on, and which means we can get a shepherd earlier on as well. And we'll also start with the herbalist staff, so we don't have to craft that one. A little bit of gold, a little bit of drinks, a little bit of berries, and some tents. Military expedition could also be pretty good, because then you start out with an archer bow, so we can promote someone. That can also be pretty good, and some good mead, some good drinks. Noble entourage, we get a cook spoon. That actually is really good to get in the beginning. A blacksmith hammer does. This one is actually pretty good, I gotta say. Because herbalist staff, we can get that pretty early, I would say. We need a little bit of herbs. Trapper knife, decently early. Footman sword, very early. But if we go with this one, we don't have to get a mason before we can get a cook. We don't have to get a mason before we can get a blacksmith. Which could be pretty cool. We don't get any tents with that one though. I'm gonna go with the merchant caravan. Let's go with that one. Then we get a trapper knife, that's good to have. And we are gonna be... Should we start in summer? Maybe we should start in spring. Let's start in spring, that's pretty nice. And we're gonna go with a small world to improve the performance of the game a tiny little bit. And let's try water world. Extra map options is the mod name for that one, by the way. And let's try with super flat as well. So you see, you can get some pretty cool worlds. I do think I'm gonna use a small map. I'm not entirely sure though. That's a pretty cool island, not so much building space though. Let's try also with canyons. It looks pretty cool, but there's too many of them. Wonder what happens if we remove super flat. Okay, we get something like that. I kinda like this one. Here we have super flat with canyons. And we also have 3 rivers. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. It's a good islands. I might go for normal size of the map. I might regret this later. Normally you don't need bigger than the small one, but at the same time I feel like it's kind of cool to have a big world. This area, look at that. That looks pretty cool. Or down here even. Let's maybe try another roll. We can roll as much as we want until we roll away too far. I kind of do like this area. It's a pretty big island with some mountains. Let's start here. Okay, let's see what we got. Beautiful landscape. We can see the spring because we got these beautiful sakura trees everywhere. Look at that. Look at that beautiful river over there. Really beautiful, right? Hey! No! I got a nasty bug. We have to restart, guys. But that's good. We have the feature. Look at that pond with the ducks. Ooh, beautiful little duckies. Can I get a screenshot of you little duckies? Okay, so since we have the feature for saving our people as you saw before, We don't have to redo the entire thing, so we'll be right back into the game, and I might actually not go with canyons because they're too tall. Hello everyone, so we're back again. Now we got a flag in the place, and I'm thinking this area might be pretty cool. Look at the amount of berry bushes we got. That's an insane amount of berries. That should give a lot of delicious juice for us later, and some berry to eat as well, of course. So let's start down here. We do have a big mountain as well. See, we are the band of settlers, little brave guys. And one of the new things with the new maze update is that we do start out with this beautiful little wagon on here that can hold items. Pretty cool, right? And this is one of the new herbs that you can find. Sage can be harvested for green and blue aromatic herbs. Let's do that. So, like I said, this town... Oh, look at that beautiful flowers flying around. Is that new as well, or... let's see, this is new weather, I think. Springtime wind. A soft breeze flows past saying goodbye to the winter and carrying the new blossoms with it. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. All those pink, beautiful little leaves. That's so beautiful. So, one cool new feature with the game is that we do have the forage thing, which allows us to forage items in the wilderness. And they can find kind of all kinds of different things when they forage. So they go to the forest, look around, see Banto found a little bit of bale of boughs. Thick branches laden with leaves can be used as fetching or low-grade fuel. So sometimes you find stuff and sometimes you don't. We did find a pine cone and a little bit of flowers, so that's pretty cool. But that's a useful way. If you run out of some kind of herb or anything like that, you can forage the wilderness for some mushrooms or flowers or whatever you wanna forage for. And let's start with harvesting these. So this town, I wanna kinda make it an medieval fantasy Banto themed town. And I'm hoping they make it pretty big. And the previous town, I'm not sure if we will continue it. I would like to do so, but with the new Ace update, a lot of other mods broke as well because they got updated to the Ace update, which means they kind of break old saves and I have to like run back and forth between mod versions back and forth. And I think it's just too much to mess around with. So I think we're gonna go with this town and try to get a good town before Christmas happens this year. A strange bird. An odd bird arrives with a letter in its beak, stamped with the official seal of Sensi. The bird also carries the name tag, which reads Harold. Hello Harold, how are you doing, man? Dear Expedition 122. I hope this letter finds you well, but my guess, you've likely set up camp by now. Not really. I guess I could put out some tents so he will not be sad about us. Disappointed. There we go. As your capital liaison, it is my honor to preside remotely over the official founding of your outpost. I trust that you had an ample time to choose a name for your journey, founding. As you know, every new settlement must choose a banner. This banner reflects your spirit and vision, the uniting factor which brought the expedition together. What future did you foresee when you embarked to the quest of township? Hold in your mind a vision of what your town will one day be. Your banner will set that course, but it's up to you to finish it. Choose well, my friends. I eagerly await your reply. Yours, Mer Burlehands. Hello, Burlehands. So, we do have an choice to make. Banner of Vitality, Banner of Strength, or Banner of Cunning. And I'm gonna go through them, yes, so if you haven't seen this before. So Banner of Vitality, this one will get more wood from trees, plants and crops grows faster, plants have 2 times the appeal, which means they are more beautiful to your people, which might be pretty good. Beautiful flowers. A Banner of Strength, this settlement will grow strong for earth and steel, which means the mining gives 50% more ore, stone and clay, which is actually, I gotta say, pretty good. Hearthlings no longer mine cramped spaces, which can actually also be pretty good if you either live in mines or maybe you make small houses and with a lot of things. And then we do have Banner of Cunning. This is one is my favorite. Little settlement will be a bustling hub for trading. Roads give 3 times the speed. Your items sell for 50% more. Traders will bring 2 times the goods and gold. So I'm gonna go with the Banner of Cunning. That's my favorite. And this is gonna be another Bantonian. And maybe we can name it something else, because it's like we have had a few Bantonians before. Maybe this will be the Bantonian Vale. Let's go with that. Outpost established. By unanimous agreement of the citizens, we declare Bantonian Vale to be an outpost paving roads to become a trade hub. Happy little Hearthlings, that's the best Hearthling, a happy little Hearthling. So I've also been looking for some inspiration a tiny bit, and for this town, like I said, I want to go kind of for an medieval fantasy theme, and I might want to make so houses are kind of tightly packed close to one another, pretty close. And where should we start building? I feel like we have a few things in the way, so first we're gonna start with taking down the forest, I guess. Chop it down a little bit. And when they're done celebrating, I'm gonna be promoting some people, but first they can party. There we go. The bird and Spox. You're not sure how I missed it before, but a bird wearing a tiny backpack. Oh, we got a backpack herald. It contains a note which reads a little something to help you celebrate, along with 2 peasant bread, 4 roasted sausages, 1 cornbread, 1 moo milk, and 4 ale. Oh, nice. The odd messenger bird scurs off with your official settlement founding declaration in its beak. Carry it in the vague direction of the capital. Awesome. It would have been really cool if you can ever visit the capital, wouldn't it? That would be awesome. And I think since we do have so many berry bushes, we're probably gonna be removing a few, but for now I guess we can move them. And I'm gonna move them out of the way here. So we're gonna plop them down over here for now. And maybe next to the wall. Yes, we don't have them in the way when we want to be a little bit creative later. That was a lot of bushes. We're definitely not gonna need all of them. Not for now. Depends on how much we want to hoard in the game, I guess. And we can do a lot of hoarding if we want to. And I'm actually gonna move over the tents. I feel like they're a little bit in the way, so what I'm gonna do is just to have them close to the mountain. That should keep them safe on the wind as well, with a big mountain on top, protecting them. And this one, by the way, I don't think you can move it. Oh, actually they maybe made it movable. Interesting. Let's see if we can actually move it. I know that it wasn't possible in the past, but maybe they made it movable. Actually, you can move it. Cool. And another thing you can also do with it is that you can actually harvest it and you get a little bit of wood from it. But it's such a beautiful little card, so I want to keep it. And somehow it holds more items than it's actually possible to hold. But I don't mind, that's pretty cool, right? OP little cart, right? There we go, a little bit of fire. So, let's see what kind of building we want to start with. I do kind of want to make a little, like, almost like a park around, with some houses around as a start, but we will see. Let's first get our carpenter promoted, which is going to be Warden. Yes, this is going to be our little carpenter. Then we have Banto, who's going to be our Lord and Savior. So first it's going to be a footman, and later it's going to be a knight. Now he's going to be our Lord. There we go. Banto the Lord patrolling around. Look at that beard, that's looking good, right? Strong dude. Oi, strong dude. I catch strange beasts and tame them. I can sell you some. Once in a while. Mostly as pets, sometimes I can also bring these. Guardians, Griffin guards the town, haulers, beast dudes, whole items for storage. See you later. And this is also from a mod. Like I said, link it in the description for all different mods that I'm using. Banto level 1 Lord, awesome. Okay, and we should also promote one to be our farmer, which would be Null, because he want to be a cook, but first he's gonna be a farmer. And we do need to make the farming tool, because we didn't start out with one. So let's start first with making some workbenches. And I kinda like to do a little bit of these benches, the wooden park benches, because they're really good for eating in the beginning of the game. They can sit outside, chill and them, have a good time together. And we may as well queue up to do a little bit of beds. And I do gotta say, I really do like the changes for some trees and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it works with these trees, but with pine trees, when you play with the Northern Alliance, you will actually get some of these bale of boughs, which will allow you to use them as thatch, which is good because it's kind of lacking when you play with the Northern Alliance and Arctic biome. And can also be used as fuel, so that's pretty cool. Another really neat thing that has been added to the game, which is added by the Nordling mod, is that you can make lean-to shelters, which is kind of like tents, but this one is the basic one, and then we have the improved lean-to shelter, which has a bit of a better bedding, and we can make some of them, because they're nice to have in the beginning. So I want to make like 8 of those as well. There we go, that should keep our carpenter busy for a while. We're not gonna try to buy anything for now, but that's the guy we spoke with before. He sells some gardens that can help protect the town, some beautiful little pets, and also haulers which will help clean up the town a little bit, which is always useful in this game. Clean town runs better, pretty much. And let's make sure we are also queuing up to make some farmer tool. So I'm gonna make 2 of them when we can do them, level 2 for that. And I also want to queue up to make an fisher bucket, and why not another sword? I guess the sword can actually wait. And later we want to make some large crates. This little number here indicates how many you have in your storage, by the way, so you can easily see if you have a few of something. So that one is pretty useful. And over here we do see some of the Frost Freeze presents, which we're going to be opening hopefully a lot of, so we can get some beautiful Frost Freeze decoration for our town, right? Got a big one. Whoa, so big. It's a new hearth? Could it be a new hearth? Maybe. And there's even some pine tree. I don't remember which profession do them. I think you should be able to craft those. Banto looking funny. Hello, Banto. Not so happy it seems. But now he seems satisfied. We get a date update. And we don't beat it. We need to do some houses. So let me see if I can do a little bit of a house. So it's not going to be a too big one. It might be kind of tall one maybe, but not going to be a huge one. So let's make this maybe 11 by 11. Let's do that. Then for the bottom, I'm going to go for a dark color. For the columns, I'm going to go dark as well. And since we have a carpenter, we can actually add doors. Which we can have one in the middle if we want to, but I think it might be better at the side. That gives a little bit of room here. Maybe we can have a little park bench for people to rest outside. And we may as well lower the walls a little bit. I kind of like to do that. The standard wall height, it can get a little bit boring after a while, I would say. So this one is going to be a pretty tall building. It's not going to be, like I said, a huge house, but it's going to have several different floors. So it's probably going to be like 3 floors and something like that. We can do 2 maybe. Maybe 2 can be the first house size. And I want to make it have a little bit of that over there and a little bit in the back as well. I'm not going to do it for the sides because we're probably going to have a building that's going to be attached to the side later. So we don't want to make it hang over to that side. And we're just going to recolor this so we have the correct color going around here. And we might as well lower this one or 2. Maybe 1 that could be good enough, or we can do like that. But we're not going to go out that much actually. It should be going out like this, not more than that. And for this floor we might as well do this wall in the whiter color, like that. And then we can add a little bit of detail under here to beautify it. And let's see here. Maybe let's go like that. Yeah, let's go like that. Sometimes I go all the way like that, but I think I'm not gonna do it maybe with this one. Maybe we can leave it like that. And then we do a little bit of texturing. to make it look a little bit better. And then we'll see the placement for the building. It's not sure it's going to be exactly where it's sitting right now, but it might be. We will see. So that will be the base. It's not a huge house. I think it's gonna be nice. I'm not sure for the roof color we're gonna go for with this town. In one way, it would be kinda nice to try to go with a yellow roof, because that's something I haven't done in a very long time. So we might give that a go. So let's start with creating this wall. That's where the roof is gonna be laying on top. And for this one, I'm actually gonna go... Let's try to go very basic. Simple roof there. Oh, I can hear a lot of those birds that move, you know, that's coming back from winter. So, we might try this yellow roof. It could be nice. Would be a little bit of, you know, change from what we've been using lately. And I think that could be nice. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about using a yellow roof. It's very rare for me to use it, but it can be pretty nice. We do have thatch roofs as well, which we maybe could use to save a little bit of wood. But I'm gonna go, I think, with wood. And a lot of times, I'm not sure how we'll do for this one, a lot of times I do this for the roofs, but I'm thinking of actually doing it like this instead. There's so many ways of doing roofs, and they really change how the building looks in so many ways, depending on how you make the roofs. Like if you do something like that, for example, and remove and add and stuff like that. So this could be pretty good. Let's see how it would look if we actually make this one darker instead. Maybe this one as well. I kind of like how that looks. Pretty nice. So one problem that might be with this house, if we're gonna connect more buildings next to it, is the roof here. We will have to see, because this one is pointing out here. So if we have a building next to it, we might just do that and then plop down the next building right next to it. We shall see. And I'm kind of thinking if I should do that just for the very top there to connect them. Do that. Maybe the center could be dark as well. And then we will do a little bit of random textures. So just a little bit of different shading going on here. Easy to see at this side, but because of the shadows and the lights and everything. So do we go with that, and let's look into windows. I'm gonna use the window from my own mod, the tall Bantonian window, with the glass included, and light effects, which is added to most of the windows in the game so far. And there are a few that I need to update. I did get a report with that, so I'm gonna be updating so all of them work later. But I think something like that. Looks kind of weird when the door's not in the middle. Maybe I might actually move it to the middle. Or we would have that side. That's also a possibility. It depends if we have another building next to the side. But it could be fine. We can have like almost like a bridge. It would be something, you know, it could be something like that over this. And then there can be another building here. And that means it can possibly be that over here you can also go. I feel like that could be interesting. Maybe we should do that. Let's give that a go. Let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going out. And 7, 8, 9. So it has a little bit more size. Perhaps we'll remove a little bit more there. And then we can use the room tool again here. And hopefully we can drag this out without disturbing anything. Okay, we just have to remove a little bit here. Head it back like that. And then we probably want to lower this as well. 3 in height, that is the minimum we can have. So that could be its own little room plopping out there. And they can have their own little window, maybe a tiny Bantonian window. Maybe this one. That could be neat. We can have one on each side, but I think I will go maybe one for this side. And we can actually lower it if we want to have it a little bit lower down. And to give it a little bit more space, we can remove that wall. And we might want to have an door, so that might be a little bit hard to do here. I do think it could actually work though. And let's give it a try. Let's go like that. So it will be like that, and then we have another building at this side. We might reuse the same one actually. We might do that. So then we go in, throw in a little bit of textures again. Like that. And this side I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. And like I said, another building is gonna be over there. And if we do want to, we can actually add some support for this before there is even any building there. So perhaps we can have some pillars going like that. And that way you can do kind of the same under here. Then we do another building at the other side. And then maybe we could also... Maybe we color that. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I think it actually looks better, but I might keep that side like that. Yeah, I kinda like that. Little hidden door there, and let's do a little bit of texturing. If we want to, we can also texture the top like that. That's pretty nice, I like how it looks. This could be like a little storage area. We can have... There's so many things you can do, right? Could be some tiny area here for some storage, maybe like that. Then we have a road going outside here. Then we have these going up 3 steps like so. And then we will add a nice little roof, and we can do it in kind of the same color, but maybe we want to have it... Maybe we want to have it in wood instead. So it can be like that, and then a little bit of little textures to make it beautiful. And also, perhaps we could do it like that. So that's pretty good, a little starting house. But we also do need to do the inside. So we're gonna be tagging this as roof, click that one. I do have a hotkey, so I'm just gonna keep tagging whatever is a roof, so it will be hidden when we are using our view. So here we have to make a little step up that. That should be good. And if we want to, we can also save some resources, because I saw on the inside here. We don't really need those. That will save a little bit of material, might make it quicker, might make it slower to build, we will see. And we probably also want to have a chimney. That will make it, you know, a little bit more realistic, to keep it warm during the nights, and it looks so cozy, right? Okay, so we need a way to get up to this floor, and we get in here. So I'm thinking of having a stair where we kind of come up somewhere over there. Let's look into some beds. We can start out with some normal little beds, so it's like a bedroom for one in here. And we can upgrade it later to a better bed, and then we want to have 1 or 2 beds at least in this room. Like so. And then let's try to see if we can do a stair over here. Just where we get in through the door. Okay, there we go, that should be enough. As long as you have 3 in height, the Hearthlings can move. So that should be good enough. So what do we gonna have down here? I'm gonna add a little bit more to the stair. It looks a bit better like that, I think. So down here, we're probably gonna be having... We might do some cooking down here. We might be having some tables. But we can add that later on and leave it like this. And it will build a little bit faster, but we're just gonna remove those for now. Which means it will build faster. We will be able to get up here, get into that bedroom and this bedroom, and down here we'll probably have some either workplace or some eating. And we also needed a chimney, so where we would have that one. It might just be a 1-room bedroom, this one, but a big one. Because we need to be able to squeeze everything inside. And the chimney do take quite a bit of space. So in the middle there, that's where the little fireplace is going to be later on. Something like that should be pretty good. So like I said, they do take a lot of space. What we can also done is to only have these 3 come up instead. That could also be a possibility. But I kind of like the square kind of blocky thing. I wish it was a little bit smaller. But I think it's going to be pretty good, I hope so. So there we go, got the building saved. And I think we can maybe build this one. That could be our first building, guys. We did get started with the house, so that's good. And let me know, guys, if you have building suggestions for this town. And also let me know if the Hearthling names you want to have in the game. And I will randomly select a few people to join every now and then as we get more people. So thanks for watching today's episode. I hope you guys can enjoy this new series where we're gonna be adding a lot of decoration and hopefully get a nice little Frost Feast town by the end of December. So thanks for watching today. Hope you had a good time, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching and take care, everybody.